Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sandra Ogbonna. I'm a Nigerian who immigrated from Nigeria to Canada as a permanent resident, and we currently live in the province of Alberta, Canada with as a family. I like to vlog about life in Canada and provide helpful tips that can help anyone settle into Canada seamlessly. If you're a returning subscriber, guys, you're the real MVPs. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking with me. You guys are amazing. Anyways, today's video is going to be about the average cost of living of a family of four living in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Anyways, let's get into it. So the largest amount of money that families spend every month in terms of, expenditure is actually rent. Now, where you live would determine how much you spend. The kind of property you want will determine how much you spend. If I did a detailed video on the average cost of rent in Calgary and Edmonton, please watch that video for detailed info about what rents cost in different locations and in terms of different types of apartments or bedrooms. It would help greatly. Now for today's video, the average cost of rent, for example, for us, a family of four living in Edmonton, we pay about 1,050 Canadian dollars, and I think it's a wonderful deal. This rent includes free heating. Now, in winters, when winters in Alberta are very long, especially in Edmonton, guys, you can't even begin to think about how grateful you would be if your heating is free. For me, we're very, very grateful that we didn't have to even bother about our house staying warm or being warm, especially because we have children, and it's been fantastic just having free heating. Now, this cost also comes with free water. Like, water is free. We don't have to pay for water. Now, some people pay for water, especially in townhouses. You may pay for water, but we don't pay for water. And I'm so grateful for that, because I know that I have children. I know that we constantly use water. And I can't even imagine being bothered or stressed about, managing water, because we don't want to increase the cost of paying for water. So that's something to look at. Wherever you stay, think about the perks, or wherever you're looking at, think about the perks that come with that, apartment or that building, or that facility. Now, in addition, we do not pay for snow clearing. Snow clearing is a big deal. It's a thing, especially in winter. We also do not pay for garbage disposal. Now, this is wonderful for us because, honestly speaking, all these little things are not something that you'd be so excited to do, especially as a new immigrant trying to settle into Canada. Now all these are being taken care of within the rent of $1,050, and I think it's fantastic. Apart from these perks, we pay for electricity. Now it's very important to note that the price of electricity might increase in winter, because I don't know, it's winter. You may be using more electricity. So for us, when we started or when we came, we paid about $40, and now we currently pay about $60. So I would say maybe the average cost of electricity, depends on how much you use, is about $50. Some people pay less, honestly, because people don't. We have children and we constantly use electricity, so you may pay less, depends on how much you can manage the electricity. So for us, we currently pay $60 because it's winter, but we started at $40 and it could be $50, and some people pay less than $40. So it all depends on how much you use. Now, I'll be looking at my jotter because I wrote a lot of details down that I do not want to miss out. So if you see me looking down, just know that I'm looking at the points that I've written. Now, groceries. Guys, groceries again will depend on how much you spend, how much you use, how much you cook, how much it just depends on you. But for us, we put a cap on it because we decided that groceries should not be more than $450 a month. And in a week, we actually use about 100 and something dollars every week. So we buy groceries worth 100 and something dollars every week for the family. And roughly speaking, it's about $400 to $450 that we spend a month for a family of four. So it all depends on you again, whatever you deem fit. If you think that you would spend less, as a family of four, by all means go for it. But for us, this is basically what we try to stick within. I would say we also pay for our internet. Now we pay for an unlimited internet plan. We currently use Telos. I'm not recommending or advertising Telos. I'm just telling you what we use. And honestly, we've not had any bad experiences with Telos. My, my tip for getting your internet is to negotiate. Ask for incentives. Tell them what you want, ask them for, incentives. Basically, try to negotiate, try to beat down the prices, or ask for what perks they can give to you, because my husband did this, and honestly speaking, he's a wonderful negotiator, because at the end of the day, we ended up paying nothing for the first 3 months for our unlimited internet plan. Yes. So that's something that could happen. It could be free for you too. What's there? You just have to ask. So that's something that I would put out there. Is a tip. Please negotiate. Ask them for incentives. It's not, it doesn't cost anything if you do so, and you may even benefit from it a lot. So that's something. We currently spend $89 as our unlimited internet plan from Telos. Now, I would say phone plans will be next. Phone plans for all your calls in Canada are free, but of course, if you're making international calls, those are more expensive. They're actually quite expensive. So what people do is they use apps. So, for example, WhatsApp and some other apps to make calls internationally, and that is cheaper. Now, for my phone, I pay about $35 for my data plan, and for my husband, he pays about $45 for his data plan. It all depends on what you're looking at and what the options are before you, or what you decide to choose. So for us, that's it. So for data plans, for my husband, it's 45, and for me, it's 35. Now, moving on, we also pay tenant insurance. Now, tenant insurance is not mandatory for some apartments, but for the property or the apartment that we took, we were mandated to pay tenant insurance. Now, that covers theft if your properties are stolen, or for example, if some items in your property in your house become destroyed, or have been destroyed by something that is not your fault, or that is not due to your negligence, then you would definitely be compensated by the insurance company. So guys, that's about all. I would say daycare. Now, school is for children who are of school going age is usually free. But for daycare or out of school care, this could cost you a certain amount. After subsidies have been applied, the average cost of daycare in Edmonton, after all of my research, ranges from $250 to $500. It depends on what daycare you're taking your children to. Some people want to take them to Montessori. Some people, some daycares set their own fees. So after subsidies have been applied, this could be the range of daycare fees that you would be paying. For us, we're currently not paying any daycare fees because my kids are not yet in daycare. But I know that our cost of living, or cost of expenditure, or cost of living would increase when they begin to attend daycare. And it will also depend on the daycare that they are going to, the fees that the daycare sets as the fees for the children. And then it would also depend on the age of the child. The younger the age, the more or slightly more expensive the cost of daycare is, as opposed to children that are a bit older. I think that's about all in terms of our general cost of living. Okay, parking would depend on whether you're parking underground or in the general parking area, which is not underground. So underground it's about $75, and above it's about $45 to $50. Now it all depends on you. In winter, people prefer to park underground because undergrounds are warmer and it won't the cold will not affect the car so much. But for those who are unable to get underground, they end up parking above, which is the general parking area, and they maybe need to heat up their cars in the heart of winter or when winter is really really wintering. So those are um, things to look at. All in all, I did not add the cost of shopping or the cost of shopping clothing or shoes and all of that, because we don't do that every month. We buy those things when we need them. So I didn't add all of that. I would say once in a while, you may want to eat out or order something, or probably take go out, and we put a cap on that as well, and the cost of all of that within a month is about 150 Canadian dollars. So guys, this is basically an average um in terms of everything that a family of four can spend or could spend in Canada. And for us, it totaled to about 1,800 Canadian dollars in total, about 1,800 Canadian dollars, which, in honestly speaking, I think is fair when compared to very, very expensive cities. So, guys, I hope that this is something that was of value to you. I hope it was useful to you. And if it was, please don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Thank you so much, guys. So, guys, these are the groceries for the week. They just got delivered to the apartment. I didn't go out today to buy these things because the weather is so cold. So, that's what I do sometimes. I have them delivered to the house. So guys, let's take a look at the things we bought for the week. We bought chicken drumsticks. This pack cost about $14. We also bought green pepper. Yes, green pepper there. We also bought potatoes, these onions, and then you can see water there. We got water. We like to stock up bottled water, especially for guests. We have a water filter where we also use water. This is aluminum foil. That's potato down there. We do a lot of potatoes, sort of try to get the ones that are not so starchy, but no, well, so potatoes there, water, chicken, aluminium foil, milk. Yes, we normally get this Dairyland skimmed milk, and it costs about $6. And yeah, it just works. It just lasts for a week. And bunch of bananas. Everyone loves bananas. They're good for the tummy. What else do we have there? My apples, we got apples, fruits, very important. So apples there. Apples cost about, I think, $5. Mixed veggies. Oh, I like to get these mixed veggies because that's like the only way my kids eat veggies, when I have them really really chopped. And why not just the chopped ones? Save you time and stress. Eggs, crate of eggs there. Those eggs cost about $3. I bought onions. These onions come chopped. Okra or okra. My bag is okra. They come chopped, and yeah, they just do the work for me. I cannot stress too much. I don't like stress in this life. I bought 2 packs of those. The okra cost about $1. Why not? We bought 2 packs of eggs, spaghetti. What else? That's my little helper. My son just loves to help me. We bought Coke. yes, we got Coke. And what else? What is he bringing out of there again? Oh my goodness, my little helper. Oh yeah, brown rice. I also got brown rice for my little daughter. I use it for her food a lot, and yeah, I prefer to use brown rice for her as opposed to normal regular rice. Yes, I got these diced tomatoes. I prefer the plum one that's been, you know, that is like a paste, but I didn't find it, so I got this one. Bread as well, brown bread and white bread. I like the whole wheat brown bread, and every other person in the house like the other one. So that's about that, guys. For $100, I hope that you now have an idea of what this cost, and that yeah, just informs your planning. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.